To configure FortiGate High Availability, or HA, you must connect two identical FortiGate physical units using dedicated heartbeat links and configure matching cluster settings. Prerequisites. Before modifying settings, ensure both appliances strictly meet these parameters. Identical hardware models and specific hardware revisions, matching FortiOS firmware versions, identical licensing status for all services like FortiGuard, static interface IPs as DHCP or PPPoE interfaces can disrupt clustering. Static interface IPs such as DHCP or PPPoE interfaces can disrupt clustering. Be careful. Step 1. Physical topology setup. 1. Dedicate at least 2 physical ports on each unit to serve as redundant HA heartbeat links. Okay. 2. Connect the heartbeat ports directly together using network cables. For example, port 3 to port 3 and port 4 to port 4. 3. Connect all data paths, LAN, WAN, DMZ, from both units into your network switches using identical port layouts. Step 2. Configure the primary FortiGate. Log into the web GUI or GUI of your primary device and adjust the cluster rules. 1. Navigate to a system, then HA. 2. Change the mode from standalone to active passive. 3. Set the device priority to a high value like 200. Default is 128. Device priority, right? 4. Choose an HA group ID, for example, 1 or 2. 5. Assign a group name and a secure password for HA. 6. In heartbeat interfaces, select your dedicated ports, for example, port 3 and port 4, and set their priorities, like priority 3. Port 3 is take precedence over port 4. 7. In heartbeat monitored interfaces, choose your critical WAN and LAN paths to trigger a failover if a data link drops. That's good expression, right? Data link drops. Data link drops. In heartbeat monitored interfaces, choose your critical WAN and LAN paths to trigger a failover if a data to trigger a failover, right? To trigger a failover if a data link drops. Choose your critical WAN and LAN, not only WAN, but LAN paths can be monitored to trigger a failover if the data link drops. 8. Click Apply. Alternatively, execute this CLI configuration, right? GUI and CLI, computer language interface. Text, right? That's the computer coding. Text. Configure system global. Set host name primary FortiGate and configure system HA. Set mode active passive AP. Set group ID 1. Set group name my cluster. Set password your secure password. Set priority 200. Set HB dev port 350 port 450. Set monitor port 1 and port 2. That's WAN and LAN paths, right? HD device priority, and use code with caution. Step 3. Configure the secondary FortiGate. Log into your second non-configured device and monitor the settings. 1. Navigate system HA. 2. Change the mode to active passive. 3. Keep the device priority low at 100. 4. Set the HA group ID, group name, and password to match the primary unit exactly. 5. Select the exact same heartbeat interfaces. 6. Click Apply. Alternatively, execute the CLI configuration. So config system global, set a host name secondary fortigate, and config system HA, set mode active passive, set group ID 1, set group name my cluster, set password your secure password, set priority 100, set HB div device priority port 350, port 450, set monitor port 1 and port 2. Priority 100 and there's priority 200, right? Step 4, verification and sync. Once applied, the secondary unit will download the primary system settings, overriding its local parameters. Check synchronization on the dashboard via system HA to ensure both show a green synchronized check mark. Run the CLI tool command get system HA status to verify master-slave node allocation and cluster master-slave node allocation, man. Watch this step-by-step video to visually guide you through the process of setting up and verifying your FortiGate HA cluster configuration. How to configure FortiGate HA high availability firewall. If you are new, if you are ready to configure management access or failover behavioral paths, tell me. Do you need a separate management IP access to manage both nodes individually? Should session pickup be enabled to prevent active VPN/TCP connection drops during failover? Are you setting this up on physical devices or public cloud environment? So HA, right? It's possible. HA is possible with the FortiGates. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.